Hi, good morning. This is going to be a chair yoga series, and I just wanted to share the yamas and the niyamas this morning. I think we can all make these relatable in our day-to-day lives right now. So the yamas are the laws of life, and the first one being ahimsa, non-violence. The second being truthfulness, satya. The third being asteya, integrity. The fourth being intimate or sexual responsibility, brahmacharya. And the fifth being non-attachment, aparigraha. And I know for myself, I'm really beginning to notice how little is needed to be functional and be calm and have a sense of ease. So next are niyamas, and these are rules for living. Simplicity, saucha. Contentment, santosha. Purification, tapas. Refinement or discernment, svadhyaya. And lastly, but not least, surrendering to a greater power, something bigger than yourself, whatever that belief system is for you. And this is Isvara Pranidhana. These are the first two tenets of yoga. So we're going to do a little chair series today. You may want to have blocks. If your feet don't come to the floor with ease, you might bring the floor a little closer to you by bringing blocks under your feet. So we're going to start out in a seated mountain pose. So in seated mountain pose, you want to feel your feet pressing in to the surface that they're on. Let's lift the toes and lower the toes a few times. Lift the toes and lower the toes. One more time, lift your toes. Lower the toes, lift your heels, lower the heels. Lift and lower a few times here. And then try to feel your whole foot on the floor. Press your foot into the floor and notice if this brings some length into your spine. Trying to find some alignment with ankles and knees. So ankles under knees, hips coming back. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down here just a few times. Release any tension, tightness, restriction in your shoulders. And then let the elbows be heavy. Let the hands come down, palms forward. Draw your shoulder blades together here. Press your butt bones, your sit bones into your seat. Reach up through the crown of your head. Soften your eyes here or close your eyes. Just begin to bring your attention inward and breathe. Just a little side note on the information I was sharing on the 8 limbs. That comes from the yogic text called the Yoga Sutras. And the Yoga Sutras provide 196 aphorisms on how to achieve yoga. And what is yoga? Yoga is the stilling of the fluctuations of the mind. Let your breath capacity increase as you're inhaling and then exhaling out through the mouth or the nose, squeezing out any old, stale, expired. From here, let's let the chin come down towards the throat. Sweep your right ear over towards your right shoulder. You might reach down through the heel of your left hand. Right hand could come onto the side of the neck here. Breathe into the side of your neck. So practicing that ahimsa, that non-violence, everything we can start with ourselves and then it ripple effects outward. Release, let your chin come into your throat. Bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Reach down through the right heel of your hand here if you like. And keep breathing in and out through your nose here. Filling and emptying. Filling with vitality and nourishment. Emptying whatever is no longer useful. Release your hand. Bring your chin back. Bring your ears over your shoulders. Come back. Find your feet on the floor. Find your sitting bones. Reach up through the crown of your head here. Soften and breathe. All right, from here, so we're sitting near the edge of the chair. Bring your hands towards the back of your chair. Draw your shoulder blades together and lift your heart space. Head may or may not go back. It's going to depend on your neck. And your neck is the best teacher here. Come back through center. Heel toe your feet a little wider or a lot wider. And I'm going to use the blocks here. So bringing the feet wide. And then we're just going to hinge forward. So the blocks have 3 levels. You can use any level. Let your head come in towards your chin here. Now, I'm not doing that at the moment because I'm talking. I also want to say if you have any blood pressure issues, to please keep your head above your waist, above your hips. If you are coming forward and it feels good to circle, release the neck, doing so. Press it down, let's rise up here. Let your arms sweep up, begin to connect breath with movement here. Slow and steady, breath with movement. You can inhale up or exhale up, inhale down or exhale down. Do what feels good and natural for you. Let your right hand come onto your right waist, come over. So I do have my camera set in reverse, so the directions I'm giving might seem backwards. So try to use the words more so than the visual if you can. Come back up, both arms up. Let your left hand come onto your left rib cage or waist, hinge over. Come back through here to neutral. Let your left hand come on your left knee. Right hand can come onto the seat of the chair behind you. Begin to twist. Come on back through neutral. Right hand, right knee. Left hand comes to the seat of the chair behind you. Twisting. Breathing. Come on back through here to neutral. Come back to your feet, your sit bones, shoulders over ears. Sit tall. We're going to do a little bit of a modified sun salutation here. So let's take the arms up. You may want to bring your feet a little wider. Hinge forward. From here, come into a flat back. So I'm going to use my blocks here. Bringing the floor a little closer to me, you could also come here. Begin to come up, bring your hands under your right thigh. Hug it in here. Turn the ankle a few times in one direction. Turn it a few times in the other direction. Begin to turn the knee a few times in one direction. Take it around the other direction. Let your right foot come back down here, come into seated mountain, sweep your arms up over your head. Hinge forward, hands come to the floor or onto the blocks, chin towards the throat, as long as there aren't any blood pressure issues, high or low. Coming into a flat back, either bringing your fingertips onto your shins or onto your blocks. Shoulder blades come together. Breathing mindfully here, let your hands now interlace under your left thigh. Bring it up and circle the ankle a few times in one direction. Circle the ankle a few times in the other direction. Begin to circle here. We want to keep the joints moving, so we're manufacturing these fluids that help keep us moving. Good, one more time here. Let it go, bring it down. Come into your seated mountain pose, sweep your arms up. Interlace your hands here, reach up. If it feels good to do a little side to side here. Release your hands down. Inhale or exhale, sweep up, hinge forward. Find a flat back here. Bring your hands around your right thigh, hug it in. Good, so you might heel toe your left foot in a little bit here. Options to cross ankles or cross ankle over knee. Honor your body. Practice ahimsa, nonviolence. Practice satya, truthfulness. These tenets of yoga that tell us how to achieve this place of quieting the mind. So if you're feeling it quite a bit here, you could just bring your hands onto your thigh and just give a little sweet nudge, or not. You might begin to hinge forward. This will intensify. I'm bringing my forearms onto my lower leg and breathing. Opening through the hip here. Take one more breath, come on up. We're gonna cross this right knee over the left knee if that's available for you. I want you to squeeze your inner thighs together. Maybe you bring the ankle behind the shin, certainly not necessary. Let your left hand take your right knee, come into a twist here. Come back through center, sweep your arms out to the side. Let's bring left on top of right. Hug yourself here. Let your chin come in towards your throat. And then bring your spine to neutral. Either stay right here hugging or bring the backs of the forearms or the palms together. Squeeze your outer arms, squeeze your inner thighs. We're in eagle pose, folks. Keep breathing, slowly release it down, shake it off, come back to neutral. We'll do the same series other side, so find yourself in seated mountain pose, sitting tall, grounding by pressing your feet and your butt bones into the earth. Sweep your arms up. Interlace here if you like, get long. Stopping in the center here, hinge forward. Let your chin come in towards your throat. Flat back here, interlace your hands behind your left thigh. Bring it up here. Good, maybe a little more circling if that feels good for you. And then from here, either crossing ankle, it's going to depend on your body. One's not better than the other. Or crossing the ankle over the knee. You might notice there's a difference from side to side. You can keep your hands here. Just that little added extra weight might change the sensation, but if it's too much, hands away. Staying here or beginning to come forward. Take your time, no hurry, so that we can find the details. Find where the edge is without going over the edge. When you're ready, begin to bring yourself up. Let your left knee cross over your right knee, or keep your ankles crossed. I'm bringing my right foot in a little bit. Squeeze the thighs here. Right hand, left knee, left hand comes around behind. Come on back through center here. Sweep your arms out to your sides. Squeeze those legs. Right arm on top of left. Give yourself a big ol' hug. Let your chin come in towards your chest. Undo here. Bring your ears back over your shoulders. Either keep your arms here, bring the back of the arms together, or the palms. Squeeze the outer arms, squeeze the inner thighs for our eagle pose here. Nice, everyone. Release, let it go, shake it out. So we're going to do a little warrior series here. So you'll turn and you want your thigh like right on the edge of the chair. Again, if your foot doesn't come to the floor with ease, pop it up. Bring the floor a little closer to you. If you're really tall and you need to make an adjustment, maybe you sit on books. So from here, we're going to take the left leg back. I'm staying on my toes, dialing torso forward. Sweep your arms up. Keep your shoulders relaxed and your face sunk. Come back through here nice and slow. Let your hands come onto your chair. Bend your knee. Let your left foot come down. And we're just going to turn the other way. So the thigh is really close to the edge of the chair. Stay on the back toes. Dial your torso forward. You could also have the knee bent here. All right. Shoulders come forward. Let your breath float your arms up and over. One more breath here. Let the hands come onto your chair. Bend your back knee. Come back forward and through. And we're going to make the shape of chair pose. So again, feet on the floor. Press them down. Lift through your heart space. Let's begin by bringing the arms by the sides. Hinge forward here. It's almost as if you're skiing, maybe, if you've ever skied. I haven't. Staying here, shoulder blades drawing together. The feet are pressing in. Maybe you bring the arms forward here. You could pretend you're holding on to ski, whatever those things are called. Or maybe the arms come up. Resist any crowding or crunching in the neck and jaw here. And one more breath, release down. From here, we're going to come to standing, and we're going to use the back of the chair. So turning the chair so you can use the back of the chair here. Feet about hips width apart. Standing tall. Begin by picking up one heel. See how that feels. Let it come down. Pick up another heel. See how that feels. And if you feel safe, picking up one heel and the other, then keep with this, please. And then from here, both heels lift, but maybe this doesn't feel safe for you. If that's the case, then just go heel to heel. We're going up, we're going down. The most important thing that we're doing here is honoring ourselves. If you don't feel safe, come to a place that does. Now we're going to incorporate a little more, if you wish. Right arm floats up, heels up and down. Other side, left arm up, heels up and down. Side to side with the arms. You might be doing opposite heel lift, opposite arm lift. That would be another beautiful variation here. Now, if you feel okay taking both hands off of the chair. One more time. Good, and we'll release. We're gonna come into a forward fold here. So in chair yoga classes, we're usually using like folding chairs. I don't have that available. If you do, I should have mentioned that towards the beginning, that a folding chair would be great to have here. So I'm gonna bring the chair close so that it's near my hip creases. This is a little short for me, so I'm gonna hinge it up and let yourself come forward. If you have a folding chair, you could fold it shut and hinge forward. I'm just putting my arms on the seat of the chair, which is working perfectly for me. Let your head go. Slowly make your way out. Being careful, making your way out. Roll up. So my feet are about as wide as a mat here. I'm not standing completely on the mat. Bring your hands around onto your low back, elbows close, and think about lifting from the front bottom of the torso up. One more breath here. Come back through center, extend the arms out. Take your right arm back, come forward and through. Left arm back and forward and through. Side to side here, just a few times. You can be doing this seated in your chair as well. Good, one more time here, each side, connecting breath, connecting movement. Release your arms. Turn your chair so the seat of the chair is facing you. The toes are pointing forward here. Bring your hands onto your low back, lift your heart space, come over part way, soften your knees here. Let your left hand come onto the seat of the chair. Right palm, right elbow, draw that right elbow up, stack your shoulders here, look forward, up, down. Square the shoulders here, let your right hand come down. Left palm on the low back, draw the elbow up. Slowly undo it from here, heel toe the feet to neutral. Coming up. So we're going to make our way into relaxation. So some of us might be coming to seated, which would be perfect. If you do want to come to the floor and you need a little assistance getting to the floor, use your chair. Safety first, please. Safety first. So if you were coming to the floor and you needed a little assistance, then you could put your hands on the chair, walk one leg back. Bend both of the knees. Let the other knee come back. And then just begin to bring yourself back. All right. And then when coming up, just coming up the same way. Bringing one foot forward. Dialing those back toes under, beginning to lift. All right. So for those of you that came down and you're coming to the floor, please come down into a lying down position. Lying down position could be on your back. It could be on your belly, on your side. I'm going to be demonstrating seated. So if you are going to do relaxation seated, you might sit back a little further in your chair, but keep your feet grounded. So by sitting back further in the chair, for me, I need to bring the floor a little closer. If you're lying down or seated, just begin to scan your body here. Scanning for areas of holding on, of gripping, of tightening, and softening and releasing that by gently guiding your breath to those places. Doing this over and over as many times as need be. When and if you feel relaxed in your physical body, scan one more time. Sometimes that tension begins to feel normal to us. And then if you are feeling comfortable here, physically begin to drop down to following your breath. Not changing it, let your breath be whatever it wants to be and just observe. Staying here in final relaxation or your seated relaxation for as long as you can, so that you can integrate the healing of moving your body and your breath. And thank you so much for sharing this with me. Your support by watching these and giving us comments or texting us and emailing us is super uplifting. So just knowing that if you are receiving these, we're so happy, and we love hearing from you too. So from my heart space to your heart space, calm, ease, and love. Have a great day, everyone.